What's going on, YouTube? Back at it again. Out here with a Weber grill. I wanted to how do I put this? I wanted to speak highly of Weber. We got the grill yesterday. We bought it from one of the big stores, hardware stores, lumber, yada yada. I ain't gonna name anybody. When I bought it online and had my wife go pick it up after work yesterday, they called me up and told me that the only thing that they had was already assembled. Well, I told them as long as it wasn't missing any parts or major damage done to it, then I was acceptable with that. But I paid the regular price for it, $149, $150 bucks. Okay, so my wife got it home yesterday. There's a little bit of damage to it, a couple of dings and a little bit of paint, not paint, enamel. These are enamel coated. Alright? Nothing I can't live with. Alright? I go to use it yesterday and I noticed something. Other than the fact that I've got the fire going here. There's no hook on the inside. And there's no hook on the outside to hook the lid to. So I call this big box store, tell them what the problem is, and they say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. You can bring it back and get a refund as long as you have not used it. There's the problem. I've already used it. Cooked burgers on it last night. So they couldn't tell me anything. Useless bunch of idiots. Pardon my French. That's typically been the way customer service I find anymore nowadays. All right, they don't know, they don't care, they don't, they get, as long as they get their paycheck, they're fine. Did it help anybody? That was a total accident. Okay, so my next step is to call Weber. Well, I didn't expect to get any information from Weber. All I expected to get was a answer machine, leave your name and number, your web page, or blood type, and this, that, and the other thing, and they would get back to me sometime within the next century before I died. That didn't happen. No, I called Weber. I called their customer service line. Talked to a fabulous woman there. Fabulous woman, Tammy. We talked for an hour on grilling recipes after she had taken care of my problem. We talked about YouTube. We talked about her kids. We talked about my kids. And apparently she had the time to do that, so it wasn't a problem for her. And if it is a problem for her, Weber, I apologize for monopolizing her time. But she was fantastic. I enjoyed the time talking to her. She took care of my problem. It appears that what happened at the big box store, I gave Tammy the serial number off of this grill. The reason it doesn't have a hook on the inside is because it's supposed to have a bail on the outside of the grill, which means that this is the top tier of the kettle. All right. She could have easily blown me off and said, well, sorry, that's the way it is. You can take it back to the big box store where you bought it at, as long as you haven't used it, and get a refund. She didn't. What she did is she is sending me out a bail. She's sending me all the things that I should have gotten if I had paid full retail for this as the premier kettle. That's some outstanding service. She asked me what I paid for it, and I told her. I gave her I was truthful. I told her $149, $150. You cannot beat honesty. There's nothing that beats honesty. She appreciated the fact that I was upfront and honest with her, and she didn't have to do this. They make a quick fix repair lid holder that they sell, and she could have sent that out to me, but she told me honestly that she did not prefer that one because it was not stable. So I paid $149 for this, and by the time I get all the stuff here, it's going to be the Premier. I have no problem with that. I appreciated her. I thanked her profusely. I thank Weber profusely. All right? I'm not being paid for this. This stuff is coming to me for free, I admit. But when I see something like that, you know, when I experience customer service like that, when I experience the human treatment like that from a company or even from an individual, I'm going to express that, okay? And the inverse is true. If I get treated like a sack of manure by a company or an individual, and I can have an impact by telling you guys about it, I'm going to. So, the impact I want you to have, or want this to have on you, okay, let's get that right. Weber, I enjoyed the interaction that I had with Tammy, and I appreciated that. And if you guys ever need a grill, you want a charcoal grill, or if you even want a gas grill, I prefer charcoal, look at Weber, see what they've got, check them out. But remember, their customer service is going to be on par. All right. So, Tammy said she's going to be checking out my my videos, and thank you, Tammy. I appreciate your help. All right. Got ribs going on here in a little bit. Stick in there with me.